So WNBA fans are losing their mind. They are calling conspiracy. They're calling conspiracy about the Indiana Fever.
Did you hear about the wild conspiracy theory shaking up the WNBA? Fans are going crazy, claiming the league is rigging games in Caitlin Clark's favor. Some even believe the WNBA president orchestrated Sydney Colson signing with the Fever just to help Clark win a championship. Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's where it gets even crazier. People are already pushing the idea that if Clark wins a title now, it's only because she's on a stacked team. It's as if the Fever is the only squad-building talent. So, what's the real story here? Let's break it all down and see what's really going on.
Like, claiming that it's a whole, rigged thing. That the WNBA is rigging it so that Caitlin Clark wins. And the reason why the WNBA is rigging it for Caitlin Clark is Sydney Colson.
As WNBA fans react to Sydney Colson signing with the Fever, the basketball world seems to be in chaos. But why is everyone so worked up? Let's break it down. Sydney Colson, a backup point guard who averaged just 2.5 points per game last season, is suddenly at the heart of a wild WNBA conspiracy theory. Can you believe it? A player who barely sees court time is now sparking all this drama.
You need to have some caution, all right? We don't know how all these people are going to mix. We don't, not yet. But the idea that this is a big setup, oh God, here we go.
Aces fans are up in arms, claiming the league is manipulating things to help Caitlin Clark win a championship. Yeah, you heard that right. They believe the WNBA is rigging the game in her favor. But here's where it gets even wilder. Some fans are convinced that WNBA President Kathy Engelbert personally orchestrated Colson's signing. Let's break this down.
Alright, the jig is up, Kathy. And you guys can call me a hater from what I'm about to say. I don't care. I'm a big dog. I can stand on it. Kathy made the call. Kathy made the call because you mean to tell me that two-time WNBA champion, the face of the God Dog League, okay? The Aces' main girl, right-hand man, Sydney Colson, is no longer returning to the Aces and is signing with the Indiana Fever? First of all, do the Fever even have any more roster spots open? How many folks are you guys going to sign?
Now, you might be wondering, why would the league president care about a backup point guard? Well, that's exactly the point. These fans are convinced the Fever is being selfish and greedy by signing Colson. Let's be real, is this really about Colson? Of course not. The truth is, this reaction is all about Caitlin Clark. Aces fans are worried, and this is their way of pushing back.
What do you mean Sydney Colson is joining the Indiana Fever? What does that mean? Indiana is just being so fucking greedy right now. They took DB, they took Natasha. Now they got Sydney Colson. Why would they take Sydney from us? Why would they take Sydney from us? What the fuck we ever do to Indiana? Except beat them. But what the fuck we ever do to Indiana? Indiana better win a chip this year. They better win, or all of this is for nothing. All this shenanigan they're doing, breaking families apart, taking people from us, they better win the chip.
The most exciting rookie in years, she's breaking records non-stop and now has a strong team around her. Aces fans see what's coming, and they're not happy about it.
The league, the Fever organization are doing everything they should do to make sure their star is happy and that their star gets a ring. I didn't know they were going to load up like this though. Dewana Bonner, Sydney Colson, just re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. You already have Aaliyah Boston. You have Caitlin. You have Lexi. You got the MAGA Barbie. Look, this is going to be good and bad for the Fever.
But here's the kicker. If Clark wins a championship, some fans are already gearing up to discredit her, claiming she only won because of a super team. The mental gymnastics are wild. One minute they say no one wants to play with her, and the next they're complaining she has too much help.
Can I keep it real? That's doo-doo. That's poo-poo. You shiznit yourself. All right? You look like a damn fool. Whichever fans are running around out there saying no one wanted to play with Clark, oh, double middle finger, stone cold stunner straight to your face hole, okay? You look like a damn idiot right now.
Let's be real. Are the Fever really stronger than teams like the Aces or Liberty? Plenty of teams have multiple all-stars. And Sydney Colson? She's a solid backup, a great locker room presence, and friends with Kelsey Mitchell. That's it. she's not changing the game.
Friends with Kelsey Mitchell. She's a great locker room presence. I know you might want to complain about the agent. You might want to complain about Cheryl Swoops linked to the agent as well. But like, she's still a good locker room player, and she wouldn't be at Indiana if she didn't want to be.
What's really going on? Aces fans are scared of Caitlin Clark. They see her potential. They see Indiana building around her, and they're panicking. Instead of admitting it, they're pushing wild conspiracies to discredit her before her second season even starts.
Start this, and yeah, there's a narrative out there that Kathy made the call. All right, Kathy Engelbert. Oh, we got to make sure we get Caitlin Clark the championship. And I told you there's narrative floating. Number one, they're freaking out. Number two, the next thing you're about to hear is Caitlin Clark needs a super team to win a championship. So they're going to downgrade her status, and they're going to shit on her over that. It's already started. That's where they're going with this, folks.
Now, you might be wondering, if there's no conspiracy, why are players choosing Indiana? That's the real story. It's not some grand WNBA scheme. Players want to play with Caitlin Clark because she's that good. They see a chance to be part of something special alongside a generational talent.
But I will say with that one, you have now got like Colson, who is big. You've got like the Warner Bonner. You've got all these players. But like, the reason why they went to the Fever is nothing to do with Kathy Engelbert.
First, let's talk about Natasha Howard. She's eager to join the Fever. But why? Here's where it gets interesting. Howard sees an opportunity to be part of something special. Playing with Clark is a big draw, but she also sees room for her own growth. It's like joining a team on the verge of something big. Who wouldn't want that?
Let me explain why every new player is playing with them. Natasha Howard clearly wants to be there. She really wants to be in Indiana. She really wants to play specifically with Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham got traded there. Then Jaylen Brown got traded there, is almost certainly going to be cut before the season starts.
Remember when people said no one would want to team up with Clark? Well, they're eating their words now. Even Sophie Cunningham is heading to Indiana. She sees the potential of playing alongside Clark and being part of a competitive team.
She would not be there if she did not want to be there. And it's funny seeing the old WNBA fans crash out, the Aces fans, the Sky fans losing their mind, because who would have ever guessed, by the way? Who would have ever guessed? When you have a top 5 player and a top 15 player on rookie deals, who would have ever guessed when you have those two things that the team was going to be better, or they were going to be able to get free agents?
But hold up, there's more to this story. Sydney Colson has her own reasons for joining the Fever. So, what's her deal? Turns out, she's friends with Kelsey Mitchell. Colson sees an opportunity to be a true backup, contribute to a winning team, and play alongside her friend. For her, it's the perfect situation.
She can still average her 12-13 points a game. She's got a chance of winning a championship, and she doesn't have to play 35 a game. If she went to Phoenix, she would have to still play 35 a game. Like, did people not realize they lost Wheeler's contract? They still were way under the salary cap last year. And they lost Wheeler. Everybody, every single person knew coming into this season, even with getting Kelsey Mitchell back, that they had the ability to sign 2 max contract players. On top of Kelsey Mitchell, to sign 2 max contract players because of the how cheap everyone else is on the roster. The next highest paid player after their 3 max contract players, Katie Lou basically 4, is 100k Sophie Cunningham. They got a bunch of players on rookie deals. Like, that's the thing with the Aces have 4 max contract players and they have to fill it out with rookie deals. The thing is with the Indiana Fever is they're able to do this because they're 2 of their 3 best players last season, arguably their 2 best players last season, were both on rookie deals, and they're both still on rookie deals next year, which is a huge thing. Which is absolutely huge. Like, I don't know what's going to happen to Lexi Hulk. She's on the last year of a deal where they want to pay her or not.
Caitlin Clark got a squad now. After DeWanna Bonner signed with the Indiana Fever, they now have 5 of the top 30 scorers in the league last year when it comes to points per game, and they've also improved their defense and overall toughness, while proving that players do indeed want to play with Cece. After all, their life gets easier on the floor, they'll make more in endorsements, they'll gain more fans, and they'll have a chance to win. Because the Fever shouldn't just be thinking championships, they should be be thinking dynasty in the Caitlin Clark era.